So the short movie we're talking about today only has one line, but it's been rated highly by countless people. Without further ado, I'm going to take you to the next door. This is a weird restaurant. The table is full of delicious food. Everyone's eating like crazy, but so many people, but not a single word was spoken. Look closely at the food. There's even blood on it. This is rabbit brains, dog's head, leopard's head, crocodile head, and the people who can enjoy these foods must not be ordinary people. As expected, the diners were elegant aristocrats. Some were dressed in military uniforms, some were religious leaders, but without exception, everyone was slightly dusty. At the signal of the maitre d', the valet added more food to the table. Only one woman seemed out of place. She seemed to be considering something. She didn't choose to eat. The maitre d' continues to serve. The only sounds in the restaurant were the clash of knives and forks, and the chewing of the diners, but the murderous look in her eyes gave you the creeps. Suddenly, there seemed to be a crack in the floor. The waiters put the plates in their hands on the table, and looked at each other, and stepped back in silence. The guests were eating well. Suddenly the floor breaks. The whole floor fell. But the foreman calmly took notes. Then he said to the machine, next door. The valet quickly packed up his things and rushed to the next floor. As the chandelier descends, a diner looked up at the numerous holes in the ceiling. Apparently, they've been down many times. The valet helps the diners clean up the dust, but the diners are used to it. Before it was cleaned up, someone started eating. Others followed suit. It was as if they could never stop. And then new food was introduced. This time, the ingredients are even more precious. Even antelope and rhinoceros. The diners were still eating like crazy. The mysterious woman still refused to eat, but the waiter kept putting food in. But it wasn't long before the diners fell back to the next bite.
Next floor.
The maitre d' and the maitre d' rushed to follow. But this time, before the waiter could serve the food, the table and the diners fell to the next level. The maitre d' had no choice but to take the waiters to the next level. Before they could get any closer, he heard the floor breaking, so he changed his mind. He took the valets straight to the next floor and waited to prepare for the table that was about to fall. It's a feast that won't stop. Even when the food is dusty and the floor is cracked, they didn't react. The diners watched as the waiters went downstairs. The food is not replenished. A man with a provocative smile grabbed the food and ate it. And then, they began to fight over other food. Even the woman who had been refusing to eat picked up the food and ate it. A tear fell from the corner of her eye, declaring that she had given up her resistance. Not only that, she grabbed the food of others. The restaurant is in chaos. The sound of the ceiling is getting louder and louder. The maitre d' and the valets were ready for it. There was a loud crash. The table fell, but it didn't stop. It went down, floor by floor, and it never stopped, as if no layer could hold their weight, like an insatiable desire. And the foreman smiled a little, as if he had expected everything. The end of the movie. The look in the foreman's eyes at the screen, as if saying to us, next time, it's your turn. The whole floor is like our lives. No matter what choice we make, we will come to the end step by step. But in the eyes of the manager, we're all just passing through.